Guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing March wrap-up video, and what I've decided to do from now on, most likely, is to just include the book hauls every month into the wrap-up, so that way, I don't have to wait 2 months to show you guys some cool books, and I can just throw them into the wrap-up, no matter how many books I have in the haul. This one is actually going to end up being kind of bigger just because of February and March combined. I was supposed to be doing a book buying ban in February, and that worked abysmally. So definitely ended up picking up some stuff. So it's going to seem like a lot, but this is actually from sort of 2 months combined. So I'm probably going to do the book haul first, since I know that's what a lot of you guys care about. Just a few channel updates kind of things, and then going to just recap everything I read this month, and then my plans for next month as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. Before we do though, if you guys do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, because I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, the Discord, if you guys do want to join, talk about some books, games, whatever, is also going to be in the description below. So yeah, guys, let's get into it. Alright, so going into the book haul first, I'm going to do this not really in any particular order. I would have done the ones I got first, but it's just too much. I'm just going to go through them here. The first two things I got are a couple of hardcovers that I found for really cheap. Got them at Second and Charles, just saw them randomly, and those are going to be books 2 and 3 of the Genghis series by Connie Goulden. This is a series that's actually on my TBR for this year. When I made the TBR video, I don't know if I actually had this series on there, but I will be doing like a TBR update video telling you guys about how much of the TBR I've conquered so far for the year, as well as any changes I've made to it. So I'm probably going to be including these on here. Regardless, I had the full set in these paperbacks right here. But then, yeah, I just decided, these were really cheap. So I was just going to replace the 2 books I have. So yeah, this is one that I'm really looking forward to. One of my dad's favorite series that he's ever read, so that's definitely a big selling point for me. It just sounds really dope, and yeah, I've heard really good things about Connie Goulden as an author. So yeah, excited to check that one out here soon. And yeah, those are books 2 and 3 in hardcover. The next 2 things I also picked up from Second and Charles. Again, they were just really cheap, and I'm pretty sure they had a sale that was for like used fiction. You got like free ones if it was like buy 3 get 3 free, or buy 2 get 2 free, or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's actually what it was, buy 2 get 2 free. Anyways, I did go ahead and get Ken Follett's Pillars of the Earth. This is a large print paperback, or I don't even know if it's large print, it's just a huge book. Yeah, I'm not really big into paperbacks anymore. I like getting the hardcovers, but if I can get a paperback, like if I can't find a hardcover at the moment, but there is a paperback and it's just super cheap, I mean, why not? I'll drop a few dollars on a paperback just to try out the series and even see if I want to invest in the hardcover for it. But I'm definitely at the point where I refuse to spend full price on a paperback. It's just a waste of time and money for me. If I can, I'll outright buy the hardcover, but this was too good of a deal to pass up. So yeah, Pillars of the Earth, I know some stuff about it. It just sounds vaguely interesting, and I might check it out at some point. This is just one that I wanted to add to the collection, and because they have the buy 2 get 2 free or whatever, I think that's what it was, I was like, why not add it to the collection here. So there's that. And then with that, I'm pretty sure I got these 4 books together. I did end up getting The Road by Cormac McCarthy. And I'm pretty sure this is like a first edition hardcover as well. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, this is just another one of those that it sounds decently cool. It kind of reminds me, it sounds like The Stand by Stephen King, or at least it's a little similar. Yeah, Cormac McCarthy is an author that did want to check out some of his stuff at some point, and if this is a first edition hardcover, that's pretty cool. Got it for really cheap, only a few dollars, so why not add it to the collection? So yeah, these 4 books right here, I'm pretty sure are the ones that I did get from that Second and Charles sale. Now, moving on, I was sent this by author Dennis M. Myers. I already did a review on this. So yeah, this is paperback he sent me. Thank you to him. I don't know if he's watching this video. Yeah, you know, even though I didn't like the book as much as some other people might, kind of gave it a little bit of a negative review. That's just how I felt. I still really appreciate him sending me the book and all. Next thing, Brandon Sanderson did pick up Sunlit Man because it was released in these Tor hardcovers. I haven't read this one yet, and probably don't plan to for a while because I'm trying to just get through Stormlight Archive, and this is very Stormlight centric. So I don't really want to read this one yet until at least I finish Rhythm of War. If not, read it after Wind and Truth. And for that reason, I'm probably not going to be holding on to this copy or any of my other secret projects. In fact, I don't have them on my shelf right now. I have them in another box because I think I'm going to be letting my girlfriend hold on to them so she can read the secret projects. And I might, when it comes around to my birthday again in the fall, I might invest in the Kickstarter editions, just because they're way nicer, they're cool, and I won't have my own copies anymore if I am leaving these with her. So yeah, I have this, but probably not going to hang on to this for super long. Next up is a book that my girlfriend got me just out of the blue, or if not, it may have been an anniversary gift. I can't exactly remember because it was like a month ago, but that would be Justice of Kings by Richard Swan. I'm pretty sure it's, what is the series called? Empire of the Wolf. The 3rd book in this series just came out recently, and it's a series I thought sounded really cool. You know, it's a medieval story, and you know, I love my medieval fantasy, but it's got some like weird horror, almost eldritch horror elements to it that we find out apparently, which that piques my interest a lot. And yeah, I've heard pretty decent things, so I did get the hardcover, Orbit hardcover. So yeah, I am excited to check that out at some point as well. The last couple of things here, or a few things here, I did pick up Son of the Black Sword by Larry Correia. I did, as you guys can see, get the mass market paperback. It was like $5. I could have got the hardcover for it. But again, it's one of those situations where the hardcover wasn't readily available. And, you know, want to take a chance on this series, I'll spend a few dollars, just get this mass market, check it out, and if I do end up liking it quite a bit, I'll definitely be investing in those hardcovers. But yeah, this one seems to be like a pretty underrated series. I know my boy Matt's Fantasy Book Reviews recently read it, or somewhat recently, and he really liked it, and I'm pretty sure Mike over at Mike's Book Reviews, he read it as well recently, and it seems to be one that might be getting a little bit more popular here as of recently. So yeah, I did want to check that out, and I've had a strong urge to just pick this up and break my TBR with it, and I'm resisting reading this, but I might save this for the summer. I might end up reading it. Don't hold me to that, but I have a very strong urge to just drop everything and read this at the moment. And so, finally, the last couple of books I did pick up with the release of the new Empire of the Damned by Jay Kristoff. I thought, why not give it a shot? So I did end up picking up Empire of the Vampire, which, might I add, these covers are just fantastic. I love these covers. I mean, they're just so over the top and vibrant, and I absolutely love them personally. So yeah, this is a huge book. So I did get Empire of the Vampire, and then I did end up pre-ordering Empire of the Damned, which is book 2, which I know with this Mylar wrap, the lighting's not doing it justice, but these are some beautiful covers. And I don't know if this is just me, but good lord, this first book is almost double the size of the second book. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or what. I mean, I assume it is, but good lord. This first book is seriously like double the size. Yeah, at least it seems. So that's interesting. But yeah, overall, I had a pretty cool book haul, especially for not supposed to be buying books. And again, like I said, definitely broke that rule. But yeah, it was a good month for book buying, got some cool stuff, and I'm proud of the haul this month. Moving on, I did want to talk about a few channel updates kind of things, or just some life updates in general that are definitely going to tie into the channel moving forward this summer. Well, into the summer, it's still pretty early in the spring. So yeah, one thing that I've talked about here and there is that I'm going to be graduating here at the end of the spring, my senior year. So, you know, I've got a bit going on here coming up. So I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get done as far as the channel. But this summer is going to be very hectic for me. I don't know how much you guys are going to see of me this summer, sadly, just because I'm going to be out of state. I'm not going to be in my home, so I'm not going to have access to my full library. And not only that, but it's also going to be, we're going to be in the process of moving overseas. So all of my stuff is pretty much going to be packed. I'm, again, not going to have access to my full library, which sucks, and I'm hoping my books don't get lost or ruined. That's one thing I've always feared, and that's why, you know, moving or having people move your stuff, you know, if you're a collector, you know, but that is something that we're having to do. So yeah, while everything's getting moved, I think for the most part, I'm going to be out of state, like the whole summer. That being said, because I am going to be going overseas, one of the things that I'm wanting to do is spend a lot of time with my girlfriend and my family that, you know, is still here in the continental U.S., which, me saying that, if you guys can't tell, probably going to be going to Hawaii here. So that's that. Obviously, it's a huge, you know, time zone difference being here on the East Coast. So I just want to make sure I get as much quality time in with my girlfriend as possible. And while I'm over there near her for the whole summer, I don't know how much books I'm going to be getting because, you know, if everything's going to be packed up here for the most part, I'm not going to want to be doing some big hauls. And basically, if it doesn't fit in either my suitcase or my backpack, along with all of my other necessities and clothes, then it's not coming with, and what's the point? So I just don't know. There's a lot of uncertainty as far as what I'm going to be doing, as far as like content and all that. I will say I am going to continue reading this summer. My big thing is to probably get through Oathbringer by Sanderson, continue my Stormlight Archive read through, and I might, definitely gonna be bringing a couple books with me. I don't want to waste the whole summer away without any reading. That would be super lame. But as far as recording my reading and like not recording my reading, but doing reviews and all that and book hauls and all that, I just don't see it happening as often, if at all. So just a heads up, I might be taking a little bit of a break from BookTube coming this summer. I'll keep you guys updated with that. And like I said, there's a lot of uncertainty. I'm just not sure yet. So we'll have to see what happens. Also, one of the big things, this is unrelated to the last point, but one of the big things that I did want to talk about is, big news. Sanderson just got done doing the backer kit for the Words of Radiance, Leatherbounds, and all that, and the surprise secret project stuff. Did want to let you guys know, your boy did get my hands dirty on that. Had to drop a little bit of dough, you know what I'm saying? Get me some Sanderson goodies, some fire Leatherbounds. So I did spend a little bit into that, and so I just want to tell you guys that because I am pretty excited for it. I've never been a part of a project like that, and since starting, reading Sanderson last year and being part of that community, it's just very exciting. It's a very exciting time to be, a fan of fantasy media, but just, more specifically a Sanderson fan, because he's just such a cool dude, and everything he's doing for the industry and the community right now is just amazing. So yeah, I'm on that Sanderson hype train for sure. Got some Spren plushies on the way. Got some Leatherbounds. So we're all good in the neighborhood. It's pretty fire. So hopefully we'll be seeing those, or at least some of the stuff included in that at the end of the year. Not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing with all that stuff just yet, because it is so far in advance, but I at least wanted to let you guys know that I got in on it. Alright, so getting into one of the big parts of this video that I did want to talk about, and part of the reason why I decided to just wrap up, everything from the month hauls, just some updates, and these reading log wrap-up kind of things, just all in one video, is because my reading for the month of March was actually not a lot. I only got 2 books in. Granted, one of them was a pretty large book. But yeah, it would have been, I didn't feel like it would be worth it to just do a reading wrap-up for 2 books. So, first things first. I did, although I started it at the very end of February, I did finish reading, again, Final Assembly. This is the Dennis M. Myers book. Won't talk about it too much just because I have a full review of it that I did on the channel. I'll leave a link to that in the description if you guys do want to check it out. Yeah, as I said earlier in the video, I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but that's okay. Yeah, this definitely brought down my reading a little bit for the month. It's alright though. Yeah, if you guys want to get more of my full thoughts, definitely go check out that video. But moving on, do have Dark Age by Pierce Brown. I did go ahead and continue the Red Rising saga this month, or last month rather. And what to say. I don't want to give too much away about my thoughts just yet. I do have a Dark Age video coming here in the near future. That is one review that I do need to get out. I haven't even started filming it yet, so I'm not going to go too in-depth with my thoughts. However, I will just tell you guys a few basic things. I do think that overall, this was an improvement on Iron Gold. This was a very dark book, and it's also very long. Iron Gold, like I suspected, it wasn't my favorite book in the series. In fact, I think it was probably my second least favorite book in the series. My least favorite was probably the first book, with Iron Gold being right on top of that. This improved a lot. It had more of what I like about, you know, Golden Sun and Morning Star, which I still think Golden Sun is the best book in the series, at least at this point. It had a lot more of what I liked about those books in particular. Things started moving in a direction that I liked. However, given its size and all that, this book still was huge, and parts of it were very slow, which, you know, Red Rising, at least the first trilogy, is supposed to be a very snappy series. This definitely took a step back, and everything was a lot more drawn out, which in some aspects I think is a good thing, others maybe not. You know, everything that happened on Mercury in this book, you know, in the deserts and all of that really was a little drawn out, but the ending, the last like quarter of the book was awesome, and I really enjoyed it. Major character developments and stuff like that. Yeah, everything that's just getting put into motion for these last two books in the series is awesome. It's just all build up. So yeah, I think it's one of the better books in the series. I'm not exactly sure where I would put it. If I had to give it a score, I'm not going to tell you guys actually, because you will have to go see my review when that does come out to figure out my score. But yeah, just know that I did really enjoy it. Parts of it I liked more than others, but on the whole, it was a good book. Now that I let you guys know everything that I did end up reading in March, what am I going to be reading this month? It's April. What do I got going on? So, first things first. After I finished Dark Age, I jumped right into Lightbringer, which, just to give you guys a little preview of my thoughts, what am I? I'm about 30% of the way through it at the moment, so I have definitely been reading, and immediately I love where the series is going. Just the character relationships between, you know, a certain three characters, a certain three homies, Trace Amigos at the beginning of this book. I love those three characters. They're probably my three favorite characters in the whole series. Yeah, I just love that little crew they got going on here. Lysander is a pretty cool character. I didn't really understand, or I wasn't even aware that people didn't like Lysander. Apparently that's a thing, and I mentioned that on my Goodreads review of Dark Age. In this book, I can kind of see why a little bit. He is getting just a little bit annoying. But overall, I think Lysander is a really dope character. Even though he's Darrow's op, he's still really cool, and sort of is like almost Darrow's opposite, like his arch nemesis at this point. And I like where Lysander is, you know, in a lot of ways almost like Darrow in the first trilogy, just like on the flip side of the coin. And I really dig that, and I can't wait until Lysander gets more influence and becomes more powerful and skilled himself, and then we get that ultimate showdown at some point between him and Darrow, a razor duel, you know, a final, you know, samurai showdown, you know what I'm saying? I can't wait for that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm really liking most of the characters in this, and yeah, that's where I'm at so far with that. But as far as the rest of April, what am I doing? I'm not exactly sure yet. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, but I do have a few options here. I'm thinking, once I finish Lightbringer, I might want to read something a little bit lighter, something a little bit quicker, a standalone book that I've been wanting to read for a minute here, just because it seems pretty interesting, is Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. This is one that I picked up a little while ago. It's actually kind of a sci-fi thriller sort of thing, and it's more of a hard sci-fi, which typically wouldn't be my thing. I'm very much a space opera kind of guy, you know, a Red Rising, Dune, Star Wars. That's my jam. I love you know, space operas, but also like, you know, space western kind of stuff, cyberpunk kind of stuff, but definitely not like hard science fiction. That's not where I'm at. However, the plot of this, just when I hear reviews of it and stuff, people talk about it, it just got me. And I figured, why not refresh my brain a little bit with something different after reading Red Rising and getting caught up with that. And the reason why I would maybe want to read this first before something else is because what I really want to get started reading, and was one of my staples for 2024, is Empire of Silence by Christopher Ruocchio. This is one that I want to get into as soon as possible. I have a feeling I'm just going to love it. It looks like, from the covers and what I know about it, it is everything that I could need. Sci fantasy, you know, space Romans kind of deal that, you know, we get in Red Rising and Dune. It's got a bit of a gladiator kind of thing going. Just everything that I could want is in the series. The 6th book is also coming out, or in fact, I believe it just came out today as I'm recording, or yesterday. I can't remember. So yeah, this is one that I want to read almost immediately. But the reason why I would take a step back is because I feel like, you know, going from reading Red Rising to Sun Eater, they are pretty similar from what I understand. So it might be prudent of me to read something a little bit different, yet still entertaining, and because of its, you know, diminutive size, just something a little bit refreshing to get me in a different, you know, headspace before diving into something a bit similar. That's the reason why I haven't picked up Sun Eater yet this year, is just because I've been knees deep into Red Rising, and I didn't want to read two similar things at the same time. I wanted to make sure that I crush Red Rising first, so that I wouldn't get stuff confused or anything like that. However, there is another series that I really did want to start, and although, I mean, realistically, reading this and then this is probably what's going to happen this month, if not into the beginning of May. But again, Genghis, this is a series that I really do want to start, and it's only 5 books, you know, pretty short novels. It's sort of a similar deal with Saxon Tales. Speaking of that, part 2 of my video is going to be coming out this weekend, hopefully, so stay tuned for that. Similar deal, just kind of a short, fun, action-packed historical fiction thing, so it wouldn't take too much brain power to push through 5 books of that, I wouldn't think, especially if I read them maybe like 2 back to back and then take a little bit of a break and then read the rest of them. I'm not sure. But that is one that I do really want to start and get through. But yeah, realistically, these 2 are probably what's going to be happening, but just let me know what you guys think. Maybe all 3. I'm not sure, but what I do know is that coming in May, I'm definitely going to want to start Oathbringer, which, I mean, that's 2 months from now, or well, I guess it's 1 month from now. Regardless, I don't want to have much going on deep into May, because I want to dedicate that month to May and June to Oathbringer alone, because that is a chonker. But that's neither here nor there. So yeah, guys, that is what we've got going on for April. Look at that. It's pretty cool. We got a good selection going. And with that, I mean, that's basically it for today's video. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed. We got book haul in, we got some channel life updates, and reading log, and next month, or this month's TBR. 4 things tackled in this one video. I hope you guys enjoyed. We got a lot done today. And stay tuned for some upcoming reviews that I'm obviously going to have. You know, Dark Age coming up. I do want to do a first quarter of 2024 kind of check-in video on the TBR, talk about some changes that I did make to the TBR, what I've added, things I might not end up getting to, who knows. So yeah, that video I do want to end up making. Yeah, obviously got a bunch of reviews to come up, so stay tuned. And yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, because I'd greatly appreciate it. We'd love to have you. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.